Stop for a moment and feel this. Someone is thinking about you right now with a depth you have not fully seen yet, and someone else is carrying a truth so heavy that it is almost ready to fall from their lips without warning. This is not random. This is not small. And if you have been feeling strange pressure in your heart, mixed signals in your spirit, or a quiet pull that makes no sense late at night, then stay with me because this message is for you. Do not skip ahead. Do not brush this off. What comes next may explain the tension you have been carrying for longer than you realize. There are two souls around your life at this time, two hearts, two different energies. One feels gentle, calm, and familiar, like peace entering the room before you even know why you can finally breathe again. The other feels powerful, magnetic, and difficult to ignore, yet something about it leaves your spirit restless when the moment is over. You have already felt the difference. You may not have had the words, but your inner knowing has been trying to show you. One love comes near with clean hands and honest eyes. The other comes near with affection, but behind that affection is a hidden weight, a private truth, and a fear that grows stronger each day. Stay until the end, because the deeper meaning of this is about to rise to the surface, and once it does, you will not see your love life the same way again. The first soul holds you in quiet thoughts more often than you know. They remember little things. The way you speak when you are tired, the way your energy shifts when something is wrong, the smile you try to hide when you do not want anyone to know that your heart has been touched. This person does not always need big words. Their care moves in silence. It moves in patience. It moves in the small, unseen ways that often matter most. At night, while the world becomes still, your name crosses their mind like a prayer carried softly into the dark. They want your peace. They want your safety. They want your joy, even if they have not yet found the right moment to show all of it clearly. But there is another soul near you too, and this second one feels something strong, something real in its own way. Yet that feeling is wrapped around a secret they are afraid to reveal. They smile. They speak kindly. They try to appear steady. But inside, something is unsettled. Something trembles. They know that when the truth comes out, the ground between you will shift forever. That is why you have been sensing two different currents in your world. One energy restores you, the other confuses you. One settles into your spirit like morning light touching still water. The other stirs your thoughts into storms you cannot easily explain. Keep listening, because this difference matters more than you think, and the signs have already started appearing around you. You may have noticed that your dreams have become crowded lately. Faces appear. Voices feel close. You wake up with the strange feeling that someone was near you, calling your name, reaching for your attention, or trying to speak through silence. This is because both of these souls are pressing toward your heart in ways deeper than the surface. One sends peace, one sends pressure, one moves with honesty even before words are spoken. The other moves with urgency because time is no longer protecting what they have hidden. If you have been waking in the middle of the night, feeling a sudden ache, a sudden warmth, or a wave of emotion that did not seem to belong to the moment, do not ignore it. Your spirit has been picking up what your eyes could not yet confirm. There is a reason you have felt pulled in two directions. It is not weakness, it is awareness. The calm soul blesses you in silence and hopes for your happiness, even when they are not close enough to say it openly. The other soul carries regret, and that regret has started leaking into the energy around them. They may act normal, but their spirit is tired from holding together a version of reality that cannot stand forever. Stay with me here, because the next phase is important. What feels hidden now is moving toward exposure, and the truth will not need to be forced. It will rise on its own. It will appear through timing, through slips, through reactions, through the moments people cannot rehearse. Very soon, there will be a mirror moment in your life, a crossing point where what is real can no longer stay buried beneath charm, fear, habit, or confusion. It may begin with something small, a message that arrives at an unusual hour, a call that feels too loaded to be casual, a sentence spoken too quickly, a pause that says more than words. The one who truly loves you will bring calm into that moment. Their voice may shake because of emotion, but it will not shake because of deception. Their presence will steady you. Their words will land in your spirit like truth lands in an open room, but the one with the secret will struggle in that same light. They may avoid your eyes, they may explain too much, they may laugh at the wrong time, They may speak in circles because their heart knows it is standing at the edge of being seen. Pay attention to that. The truth rarely arrives with loud music and flashing signs. Sometimes it arrives in one broken sentence. Sometimes it enters through a look that cannot hold itself together. Sometimes it shows itself through what someone cannot say. This is why your inner world has been so active lately. This is why joy and confusion have been visiting you in the same week, sometimes in the same day. Two people are trying to remain connected to your path, but only one connection has the breath of peace in it. Stay with this message, because what happens next is not here to harm you. It is here to clear the air around your heart, so you can finally recognize what has been true all along. The soul written for you does not need tricks to hold your attention. They do not need to create fear, so you stay close. They do not need to make you question your worth, your instincts, or your place in their life. Their love may be quiet for now, but it is steady. It carries respect. It carries a softness that does not weaken you but strengthens you. When this person moves toward you, there will be signs, not forced signs, natural ones. They will show kindness that costs them something. They will make time when it would have been easier not to. They will speak in a way that makes your body relax instead of tense. That matters. Real love does not leave your spirit begging for air. It does not leave you spinning in circles every night. It does not give affection with one hand and confusion with the other. The other soul, the one hiding the truth, may care in some way, but their care is tangled with fear, regret, and unfinished motives. Maybe they are afraid of losing access to you. Maybe they are afraid of being known. Maybe they thought the secret would never reach the surface, but it is reaching the surface now. And the more your awareness grows, the harder it becomes for illusion to live near you. Keep watching, keep listening. Do not run ahead of the unfolding, but do not close your eyes either. The contrast between these two energies is becoming sharper for a reason. You are being shown what peace feels like so that you no longer mistake intensity for destiny. There is also something deeper happening inside you. You have changed. You are not the same person you were when confusion first entered your life. You have walked through enough disappointment to recognize the taste of false comfort. You have stayed soft without becoming foolish. You have learned to love without losing your mind completely to someone else's storm. That growth is why this truth can come to you now. Earlier, you may have ignored the signs. Earlier, you may have explained away the unease. Earlier, you may have called the tension passion and the calm boredom, because so many people are taught to trust noise more than peace. But your spirit has matured. You know now that what is truly meant for you will not ask you to abandon yourself to keep it alive. The hidden truth is not being revealed to punish you. It is being revealed to free you from carrying something that never belonged on your shoulders. You were not meant to spend your life decoding mixed signals. You were not meant to call chaos romance. You were not meant to mistake emotional exhaustion for a deep soul bond. Stay with me, because this next part matters. As the truth comes forward, you may feel grief for what you hoped something could become. That is natural, but do not confuse grief with a sign to go backward. Sometimes the heart aches not because it is losing what is right, but because it is finally releasing what has been draining it in secret. Watch what happens in the next unexpected interaction. This is where the difference may become impossible to miss. The true soul will come without hidden knives. Their eyes will not scan your face looking for ways to control the moment. They will not test your reaction like someone guarding a lie. Instead, there will be sincerity. There will be restraint in the best sense. There will be a feeling that they are meeting you, not managing you. The other soul may become unusually alert. They may overdo their sweetness. They may try to read every movement you make. They may feel the pressure of your awakening and respond with nervous humor, over-explaining, or sudden defensiveness. This is because false balance becomes unstable when truth enters the room. And truth is entering the room now. If a message reaches you and your chest feels lighter after reading it, pay attention. If a conversation ends and your spirit feels settled rather than scrambled, pay attention. If someone's presence makes you feel more like yourself instead of less, pay attention. Those are not small clues. Those are living answers. Do not let old patterns talk you out of what your body already knows. Your heart races for many reasons. Peace is rarer, and that is why it is sacred. Stay until the end, because the truth will not only show you who loves you honestly, it will show you why you had to learn the difference the hard way. That lesson is becoming part of your freedom now, not part of your pain forever. A message is coming, and for some of you it will arrive late, when the world is quiet and your guard is down. For others, it will come in broad daylight in a moment that seems ordinary until one sentence changes everything. It may be written, it may be spoken, it may come through a mutual connection, a forgotten thread, an accidental mention, or a confession finally too tired to stay hidden. When it comes, do not rush to react from emotion alone. Breathe first. Let the truth stand on its own. It will not need your imagination to make it powerful. It will already be powerful enough. The hidden soul may try to soften the impact with excuses, charm, sadness, or urgency. They may want to control how the truth is received because they know they can no longer control whether it appears. But what is real does not need a performance to survive, and what is false becomes louder when it starts to fall apart. The soul that is truly meant for you will not need to fight for space in that moment. Their truth will stand quietly and still be stronger. That is how you will know, not by who speaks the most, not by who creates the biggest scene, but by who leaves your spirit in peace when the dust settles. Keep listening. Do not click away in your heart just because the path is getting clear. Clarity can feel strange when you have lived around confusion for too long. But this is the turn. This is the opening. This is where the fog begins to lift and you start seeing the shape of your future without distortion. What is leaving your life is not your blessing. It is the distraction that stood too close to your blessing. Read that slowly in your spirit. Not every strong feeling is a sacred sign. Not every attachment is a promise. Some bonds arrive to teach you how to hear your own inner voice. Some people awaken your discernment by showing you the cost of ignoring it. The soul with the hidden truth may have entered your path for a reason, but that reason was never to become the final home of your heart. Their role may have been to reveal your strength, your patience, your limits, and the parts of you that were still learning the shape of real love. The true soul carries a different assignment. They come not to drain, but to build, not to impress, but to honor, not to confuse, but to make honesty feel natural again. This is why their presence can seem less dramatic at first. Peace often arrives without noise. It does not need to announce itself like a storm because it is not trying to conquer you. It is trying to meet you. Stay with me, because this is where many people miss their answer. They turn back toward the spark that burns them and overlook the light that warms them. Do not do that now. Let heaven remove what has become heavy. Let truth separate what was tangled. Let your spirit notice the connection that does not ask you to betray your own calm in order to keep it alive. That connection is closer than you think, and it has been moving toward you with more honesty than you have yet seen. You may soon begin to notice that your energy is changing before anything fully happens on the outside. This is important. Sometimes the spirit recognizes a shift before the physical world catches up. You may feel less attached to proving yourself, less interested in chasing answers from people who enjoy being unreadable, less tempted to force clarity out of someone who has hidden behind charm for too long. That is not you becoming cold. That is you becoming clear. The right soul will meet that clarity with relief because real love does not fear being known. The other soul may feel threatened by it because hidden motives cannot rest where truth is welcomed. Do not be surprised if the one with the secret becomes inconsistent in strange ways. They may pull close, then step back. They may act warm, then distant. They may suddenly say too much or too little. They may seem troubled by your silence because your silence is now hearing more than your questions ever did. This is part of the unveiling, and the more grounded you remain, the easier it will be to see. Keep your faith steady, keep your mind open, but most of all, keep your peace protected. You do not need to solve the whole story tonight. You do not need to force the confession out of anyone. What is hidden is already weakening. What is true is already strengthening. Stay until the final part, because there is something beautiful in this that goes beyond romance. This is also about the return of your own inner trust, and that return may be the greatest gift of all. When the genuine soul steps forward more clearly, it will not feel like a trick. It will feel like recognition. Something in you will settle. Something long tense inside you will loosen. You will not have to search every word for danger. You will not have to wonder whether kindness is bait. You will not have to decode 5 meanings from one message. Instead, there will be an ease that almost surprises you because you may have forgotten that love can be clean. This soul may still be human. They may still be nervous. They may still have their own fears, but their fear will not make them dishonest with you. That is the difference. Their care will not arrive dressed as confusion. Their truth will not need layers of smoke around it. If they speak slowly, it will be because they mean what they say. If they pause, it will be because emotion is real, not because the story is false. Meanwhile, the soul with the secret will feel the walls closing in. Their spirit knows the season of hiding is ending. They may try to cling, they may try to rewrite, they may try to keep one foot in your life by offering just enough to stir your sympathy. But sympathy is not the same as destiny. Let that sink in. You can care about someone and still know they are not the place where your peace is meant to live. Stay with me now, because this is where your strength matters most. The turning point is not only in what gets revealed, it is also in what you finally choose to stop carrying after the revelation comes. There is a sacred kind of freedom waiting on the other side of this truth, not the loud kind, not the kind that needs applause, I mean the deep kind, the kind that lets you sleep better, the kind that lets your chest soften when you wake up, the kind that removes the endless replaying of conversations and the tired guessing games that have stolen so much of your energy. Once the hidden thing comes into the light, your heart will begin to understand why the delay existed. You were not being denied, you were being prepared to choose peace without feeling guilty, prepared to release what is intense but unstable, prepared to recognize that a soul who truly values you does not need to keep you in confusion to keep you near. This is your season of seeing, your season of feeling the difference between attention and devotion, between attachment and truth, between chemistry and safety. And yes, there may be tears as the final pieces fall into place. But those tears will not only be sorrow, some of them will be relief. Some of them will be your spirit finally exhaling after standing too long in emotional fog. Do not be afraid of that release. Let it come. Let it wash through you. Because on the other side is a clearer path, a steadier love, and a heart that no longer has to beg the shadows to explain themselves. Keep listening. The final movement of this message carries the answer your spirit has been circling for a long time. In the coming days, pay attention to calm, pay attention to what feels clean, pay attention to who makes honesty look natural instead of heroic. The person meant for you will not need to put on a show to prove their heart. Their consistency will say more than dramatic promises ever could. Their respect will speak when words fall short. Their timing, though it may seem impossible, will arrive with a strange rightness that your spirit cannot deny. And when their truth meets yours, you will understand something important at last. Love was never meant to make you smaller. It was never meant to trap you between hope and doubt. It was never meant to leave your intuition bruised. Love that is real may challenge you to grow, but it will not ask you to abandon your peace just to remain in it. The other connection, the one wrapped in secrecy, is reaching its limit. Let it. Do not rescue what truth is trying to expose. Do not protect what honesty is trying to separate from your future. The chapter closes not because you failed, but because you are no longer available for what cannot stand in the light. Stay with me for this last truth, because it matters deeply. Two souls may have loved you in their own different ways, but only one love arrives with clear hands, a steady heart, and the courage to stand beside the truth without flinching. That is the love worth choosing. That is the love drawing near. And when it fully reaches you, your spirit will know. Not because it shouted the loudest, but because for the first time in a long time, everything inside you will become quiet in the most beautiful way.